Hello, here's a book review for you. And this one is an easy one. I've included below this video links to the purchase on Amazon. But the book I'm going to review is by Ben Gaa, and it's this one, One Breath. And on the front, you'll notice he's got his two famous finger symbols that he uses to separate his poems when he reads publicly. So, and by the way, I lost my, mine were taken, stolen, disappeared. These are not them. This is Ben's, they're not mine. But I'm still looking for mine. In this book, first of all, he's got a collection of senryu and haiku, many of which have been published in the past, but don't let that put you off. It's a wonderful collection. One of the things is it passes my hand test. I like a book that fits in my hand. I like it because I can stick it in my pocket and carry it with me and read it. And I've been reading this one for some time. By the way, I maintain my books magically. They're just, my wife is a librarian. But this one may get a little worn because I'm enjoying it so much. One of the tests that I like to give to a book is, when I first start reading it, is to just pick it up and randomly run through it. See if it's worth reading. See if it's worth buying. I'm just going to do that for you today. I'm going to read you 6 or 7 poems, I don't know how many, that I'm just going to grab up and see what appears on the page. Here's the first one. Corner pub, filling the emptiness of a parking lot. Pubs can do that. Let me flick the page. Autumn breeze, finding myself in Grandma's diary. That's a nice one. That's such a beautiful thought. You know, grandmothers have these books and collections, and they take their notes and they talk about their grandkids. And to find yourself in them, I guarantee you, it's grandma's. I'm a grandfather. I can't say a bad thing about my granddaughters. They're lovely. I love them. I think they do no wrong. Their parents can disagree with me if they want. Late evening, the sudden everywhere of snow. And that's just the way it happens, too. That's a wonderful haiku because it just shows up. And I live in the North Woods, and believe me, we look out one minute, and I'm seeing nothing but trees and wood chips. We don't have grass. And 10 minutes later, I look out, and there's 1.5 inches of snow already on the ground. It just appears, and that's one of the nice things about snow. It's one of the things I appreciate about it, and I live here. There's another one. Her touch, after all these years. Bach's piano. I love classical music. It's one of my weaknesses. And this is a perfect one. Just a wonderful poem, and I have no idea why he wrote it, but I love that he did. Here's another one. Morning commute, blues, the backbeat of potholes. And that's just the way it is some places. We have a lot of, we don't have potholes so much as old gravel roads that nobody goes on except tractors half the time. And when you commute, that's part of the blues beat that just goes along with you. Love it. Unfolding a map, the ocean between us. That's how I feel about some of my friends in Australia or in Japan or on Guam, or you think about them all the time, and when you look at the map, it's 5,000 miles. I always laugh. People think that New Zealand is just a short hop from Australia. The New Zealanders and the Aussies would tell you different. It's about a 5-hour flight. Midday sun, the fence's shadow, switching yards. Now, the thing that I like about that one is that it's just something you've all seen and all know. As the sun rises over, things change. The shadows are the one thing that's absolutely going to change. And Ben's thought of it. This is another one that happens to be on the same page, but I'm going to break my rule. Koi pond, the open mouths of children. When children feed the koi open their mouths and the children open their mouths. This is something I'm going to tell you about Ben Gaa. He's a craftsman. And I learned a great deal about him. I've known him for years, and I've loved his poetry, and I've bought many of his books. But one thing I'll tell you is he just did a Zoom cast for HSA, and he talked about how he crafts his poems, how he creates them, and what he goes through. I'm going to include a link there. I'm also going to include a link to the Poetry P, where they did an interview with him on the same topic. And I'll tell you, I think that Ben's book is worth buying. You can get it on Amazon. It's got and if you ever have a chance to hear him read, I've got my singing bowl here. But he's got his, and I'll tell you, this is one that's worth it. I give this one my 5-star rating. By the way, I don't recommend books that I wouldn't spend my own money for. And I'll tell you something, this one's a good one. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you buy it. We're going to put the links underneath it so you can do just that. Thanks.